Yesterday I did a video about Israel as a light unto the nations. This is from Isaiah 42, chapter 42. Yeshayahu is Isaiah in Hebrew. I was thinking about reading this, maybe reading a little bit of the Hebrew, but reading some of the English for those who might be interested. So the phrase in question is that you should be a light unto the nations. I believe that might be the King James translation. It's who is it talking about? Now, if you're Christian, if you're coming from out of the Christian tradition, you could read this as it's talking about Jesus. It's talking about the Messiah. It's not clear that it's necessarily talking about Israel, because it's talking about my servant, Hen Avdi, my servant. Who is God's servant? You, like I said, you could understand this as it's foreshadowing Jesus. It's talking about Jesus is coming, and that Jesus is the light to the nations, right? Because Christianity started as a Jewish sect or Jewish group, and then it spread, right? It spread to the non-Jewish world. Or you could read this as that the Jewish people are the light to the nations, and one way that they did that was through Jesus is coming through the Jewish from the Jewish people, right? So I'll read a little bit. You'll find it interesting because I was talking about how being a light unto the nations, at least my understanding would be that Israel would take the high road and would advocate peace in the world, and would not be killing in order to achieve peace, or making warfare to achieve peace, but seeking real peace. But if you read this passage, which we will here in a moment, you will see that it's not so clear that that's what it is. So behold, my servant, whom I uphold, mine elect, in whom my soul delighteth. I have put my spirit upon him. He shall make the right to go forth to the nations. I put my spirit upon him. Natati ruchi alav. So it's him. It doesn't say them. It says him. 2, he shall not cry nor lift up, nor cause his voice to be heard in the street. 3, a bruised reed shall he not break, and the dimly burning wick shall he not quench. He shall make the right to go forth according to the truth. 4, he shall not fail nor be crushed, till he have set the right in the earth, and the isles shall wait for his teaching. 5, thus saith God the Lord, he that created the heavens and stretched them forth, he that spread forth the earth, and that which cometh out of it, he that giveth breath upon the people upon it, and spirit to them that walk therein. 6, I the Lord have called thee in righteousness, and have taken hold of thy hand, and kept thee, and set thee for a covenant of the people, for a light of the nations. So I've called you in righteousness. Ani Adonai, karaticha v'tzedek. Tzedek is righteousness. I've called you in tzedek, in righteousness. V'achzik b'yedecha v'itzarcha v'etencha Lavrit am leor goyim, for covenant of the people, for a light of the nations. To open the blind eyes, to bring out the prisoners from the dungeon, and them that sit in darkness out of the prison house. I am the Lord, that is my name, and my glory will I not give to another, neither my praise to graven images. Behold, the former things are come to pass, and new things do I declare. Before they spring forth, I tell you of them. 10. Sing unto the Lord a new song, and his praise from the end of the earth. Ye that go down to the sea, and all that is therein, the isles and the inhabitants thereof. 11. Let the wilderness and the cities thereof lift up their voice, the villages that Kedar doth inhabit. Let the inhabitants of Selah exult. Let them shout from the top of the mountains. 12. Let them give glory unto the Lord and declare his praise in the islands. 13. The Lord will go forth as a mighty man. He will stir up jealousy like a man of war. He will cry, yeah, he will shout aloud. He will prove himself mighty against his enemies. So this is the part that goes against what I was saying. And we can't discount those parts of the Hebrew Bible, including this one, where God is jealous and violent, and is promoting war, and has enemies, right? And who are God's enemies? Let's read this. I have long time held my peace. This is God speaking. I have been still and refrained myself. Now will I cry like a travailing woman, gasping and panting at once. 15. I will make waste mountains and hills, and dry up all their herbs, and I will make the rivers islands, and will dry up the pools. This is God's enemies, that God will do this to God's enemies. 16. And I will bring the blind by a way that they knew not, in paths that they knew not will I lead them. I will make darkness light before them, and rugged places plain. These things will I do, and I will not leave them undone. So this is God opening the eyes of the blind, right? 17. They shall be turned back, greatly ashamed, that trust in graven images, that say unto molten images, ye are our gods. And this is a reference to the golden calf, because this is what Israel said to the golden calf when Aaron created the golden calf out of their jewelry. This is in the wilderness. They were in the desert, and they wanted Aaron to make them a calf. They make them a god. And when he did, he said to the people, "Here is your God." Right? 18. Hear ye deaf, and look ye blind, that ye may see. 19. Who is blind but my servant, or deaf as my messenger that I send? Who is blind as he that is wholehearted, and blind as the Lord's servant? This is difficult to understand what is being said here. But it seems to be saying that Israel, if this is talking about Israel is blind and deaf. Israel's not getting it, it seems. 20, seeing many things you observest not, opening the ears he heareth not. This is where Jesus came with let those with eyes to see and ears to hear. It's coming straight from the prophets, right? Straight from Isaiah, Yeshayahu. 21, the Lord was pleased for his righteousness' sake to make the teaching great and glorious. 22, but this is a people, the teaching is Torah, right? Yagdil Torah, v'yadir. 22, but this is a people robbed and spoiled. They are all of them snared in holes, and they are hid in prison houses. They are for a prey, and none delivereth, for a spoil, and none saith, restore. 23, who Who among you will give ear to this? Who will hearken and hear for the time to come? 24. Who gave Jacob for a spoil and Israel to the robbers? It's interesting, Jacob is Israel, right? Israel is the name for Jacob that was given to Jacob after he wrestled with the angel.